Hi YouTube, Timothy Unkert here. In this video, I want to give you an intro into doc tests in Python. So a doc test, you can write it right into a doc string inside of a function. And if you run certain command line arguments, then you can actually run the tests. And also show you how IntelliJ or PyCharm basically just does the tests if you run the file. All right, so let's first off start off the function, and I'm just going to have a function that squares a number. Okay, so this should return num times num. And then we want to create a doc string here. So, and I'm going to get rid of this stuff. I don't need that. Don't need that. Okay, and let's just say what this function does. So this function returns a number multiplied by itself. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to write my test, but I have to write it like I'm running this in a Python REPL. So I'm going to do 3 right arrows, a space, and then square, and then a number. Let's do 3. Below that, I'll write what the result of the test should be. So 3 times 3 should be 9. And let's do another one. We'll square 100. Below that, 100 times 100 is 10,000. So we should get 10,000. Okay? So we can run this via the terminal. And so I'm going to pull up a terminal here. And I'm going to type in Python. And then I want to do a -m. And the -m flag is going to tell the next module that I type in after the -m flag that Python wants to run that as a script. So then I'm going to type in doc test. Then I'm going to do -v. And that stands for verbose. So it's going to give a more verbose output of the results. And then I'll type in the file name. So it's doctests underscore intro.py. I'm going to run this, and let's expand this terminal so we can see what happened. So you see it was trying, it was doing square with 3 passed in, expecting 9, that's okay. I was trying square with 100, expecting 10,000, that was okay. So there are 2 tests and 2 items, 2 passed, test passed. Okay. So we can do it that way. Now, the cool thing about using a JetBrains IDE, and this might work on VS Code, I haven't really tried it, but if I just click the run button here, you'll see test started at 8:24 a.m. and you see tests passed. I don't know if you can see that, but it's 2 of 2 tests passed. So it just does give you an output there as well, which is pretty nice. Now, the one downside of using some of these doc tests is it can get a bit finicky. So let's say I didn't have a space here and I went to then bring up the terminal and run the command. I'm getting, a bunch of errors here, right? And it's because I just didn't have that one space. So it has to be exactly like you'll have it in the REPL. So if we want to put in, and I'll show this, if we want to put in another test, and let's say we wanted to put a test where instead of a number, they put in like a string, like they write 6. So let's bring up the command prompt here. Okay, and I'm going to cd into the right folder. So on YouTube. Okay, so now I'm in the right folder here. And okay, so now I can run it from here, but let's say I want to just do a Python REPL. So I'm just going to type Python here, and let's create a square function. We'll do square, taking a number, and we'll return num times num. Okay, and so we got the square function in here, and let's square, and we'll pass in 6. Okay, so we're getting an error here, all right? So what we want to do is copy this exactly. Okay, so we'll copy that exactly, and then let's do another test here. So we're going to square 6, and we should get this stuff, okay? So I'm going to leave it as is, and we're going to see how it works, okay? So let's go here to the terminal here. And I think, let me make sure I fixed the space. I fixed the space here. Okay. So going back to the terminal, we see all the errors we got when we didn't fix the space. Okay. And we're going to run it, but now we're getting has inconsistent leading white space. Okay. So this is where it's a real pain. Okay. So if I want to look and I want to get this right. Okay. So these got to be into, and then looks like these are into from there. Okay. Let's see where the return is. And we've got to go, okay, like that. And then typer is going to be with traceback. So hopefully this will work. Okay, let's go here. Let's try it again. And okay, so now that I corrected all the spacing, so we have 3 tests and 3 passes. Okay, and likewise, if I were to run it just with IntelliJ here or PyCharm, I'm getting 3 of 3 tests passed. Now, I think you can see that making sure your spacing here is all correct is a big thing of what could throw it off. I mean, like if I do a space here, let's go back to the terminal here and let's just rerun it. And okay, so it's okay there, even though I added a bit of a white space there. But if I do something here, let's go to the terminal. Okay, it's still working okay. Sometimes that could throw you off, white space if you have on some of these tests. So a little bit finicky with doc tests, but it's one way to test out your function. Hopefully you found this video informative. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And I hope to see you in the next one. Have a great day.